Well, this is a quick video just to show you guys very briefly how you can go in and test the new from the Yawning Portal for Fantasy Grounds. So when you first launch Fantasy Grounds, you're going to see the launch screen. And my version is 3.3.0 because I'm running our latest test and dev branch. You can run this in the test and dev branch if you would like, or you can run it in the live branch. And you do that by going into your settings and then toggling at the very bottom which mode you want to be. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and just leave it as is. Go to load campaign, locate my existing campaign, and then down here under extensions, I'm going to make sure that I have the 5e theme wizards activated. And then you can have any of these turned on if you want. These are the decals from the previous products. But the one that you want to test out, the newly added one, is going to be called D&D the Yawning Portal desktop decal. So once you have those two things loaded, then you'll hit start. And it'll take a little while to load up. I'm going to pause the video and then restart it here in just a second. Okay, so the rule set loaded up. My background is now blank because I had a previous decal set to another product that no longer is enabled. So the first thing I can do is go into my settings here. If you hover over it, it says options. It looks like a little gear. That's the campaign settings. And then here I can go down to where it says decals, decal image, and I can toggle through. That's the Smiteworks one, D&D logo. There's the Yawning Portal, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think there's 10 of them actually that you can get to. So yeah, just pick whichever one you want. I'll keep it at that one. Looks good. And so that's the decal. That's the decal extension. And then beyond that, you can go in and choose under your library. This will show you all the modules that I currently have open. So right now, these are the previous products. If you wanted to turn any of those off just to make the testing easier, it's okay to leave them on if you want. Like Curse of Strahd, I don't necessarily need another adventure open, but I might potentially leave like the Dungeon Master's Guide, the Monster Manual, PHB open. But you would go into modules, and then this would show all the modules that you have, and then there would either be a closed book or an open book. So I can do a search here, or I can click on this toggle button to change it from all to loaded. And then here I can see that these are all of the ones that I have currently loaded. So I'm going to turn off Curse of Strahd by just double clicking on it. And it'll close that book icon and remove it from my loaded windows. If I go to the All tab again by clicking on that, now I type in TYP. This shows me all of the various modules that we have for the Yawning Portal. So we've got Against the Giants, Dead and Thay, the Hidden Shrine. So you can turn these all on if you want, and that's okay. Most time DMs will probably have just one of these open, and then they will have maybe the appendix. But let's go ahead and load them all. And there's two ways that you can look at these now. So first off, we can look at the appendix, which should be down here under reference. This has a list of tables, which I guess there's only one table. Potion of Mind Control has the description, information, the spell link. Everything is all linked together there. You have some equipment. That one looks like it's blank. Let's see. Images. Here's the images from this section, so you can kind of see these and share those with people. You've got the magic items, magic item templates. Here's all the different items that you can award to your players, and NPCs, and the reference manual. Now the reference manual, when it comes up, it's going to be blank, and then all you do is you click on the heading to expand that section, and now you can read through it. Or you can use these plus and minus keys here. So if you want to shrink everything down, collapse all, or expand all, this shows you kind of the layout here. And so you've got the Tales from the Yawning Portal. Anytime there's an image, there should be a link to then open it back up to make it shareable. It's got the credits, introduction, using the book. All the various portions of the book will all be preset in here, and you can kind of flip through and look at those. Now the reason why we've done this is because we've expanded our system to now be able to support some embedding of images alongside the text. It's still a little limited, but we think it looks overall pretty nice, and it makes it a little bit easier to kind of read through. Here you've got even 2-column data that we're able to support somewhat. Okay, so that is that's the reference manual material. You can kind of look through all of that. In addition, you can go to let's see, let's grab an adventure. Let's grab, let's say, the Forge of Fury, for instance. So you can run it like you have in the past, which you go through and you select story, and you have a table of contents. You can look through here, or you can use these new navigation buttons if you're using 3.30 test and dev to look through it this way and read through. Now, one difference here is that it does not actually have any of the images embedded. What it'll have instead is it'll have like a link here where it says image Durnan. And so now I can open that up and share that out. But it's mostly just the text, links to the tables, the various items, that kind of thing. Here's an example. Let's see if I go back to templates. Here's a template for the Yawning Portal. This is a new feature that we added a little while back, around 3.2 I believe, called story templates. So here is basically a generator that will randomly generate things based off of random tables that were in the actual module. So here I can click generate and it creates one set of random results for the Yawning Portal. So when I get to that part of the story, now I've got, you know, my own unique sort of you know, take on the story. If I was to generate it again, I can make another one, and now I have, let's see, instead of a small burlap pouch filled with various teeth, I have a statuette of a panther, wooden and painted black, a clockwork owl, and a burnt fragment of a scroll. So I think that's kind of a new way to experience the data that we didn't previously have. So anyway, you can look through the story that way, like you have before, and then you've got the images, images and maps, NPCs, all that sort of stuff, just like we had before. Additionally, you can go into the story windows here, PCs, tables, images, all those. So I can pull up story, and then under the drop down for the group, I can now grab just the Forge of Fury, and that shows me just those items. I can grab the hidden Shrine of Timoachin, however you pronounce that, White Plume Mountain. All of those can be selected with the group selection, or if I have it set at all, then it'll have them all kind of mixed up. But that, again, most time people will not have multiple adventures loaded at once. NPCs, however, here it's got a list and it tells you where all of those NPCs came from. So I've got a mix of NPCs from the adventures, from the monster manual, and all the other different sources. So if I ever wanted to see just those from a certain module, I can go down and I can grab just the Yawning Portal monsters, for instance, if I want to see just those. And here you've got, let's grab a Durgar Spy. So Durgar Spy has an actual token that he has as well. So that's another way you can look at the data. You can also filter it here, and you can look for just a CR4 or a CR3 monster. You can do it by type. So here, if I wanted to grab just a, let's see if there are any aberrations. All right, there's one aberration in the entire adventure. No elemental. There should be. Let's see. No, there's got to be monstrosities. Yeah, there's a few monstrosities. So lots of different ways you can access the data. We wanted to make as many different ways as possible. Other than that, you've got tables, parcels. Parcels, I think I've shown this in a previous one, but here if you wanted to go into, say, the shaman, let's grab a big, how about the chieftain's cave? Nope. I'm trying to find something big, sorry. Let's see. All right, here we go. So in this particular case, if you have players set up, let's see, go to the party sheet. I can drag this in to the inventory, and then I can award the items, or I could sell items, give items to my various players. I have to have players in this section, so first you'd have to have a couple players in here. So let's say I had 3 players. I just dragged them in from the PC's character window into here, and then under inventory, you click this little button here, and it divides the coins out, updates the character sheets, and leaves any remainder in here. Okay, so that's the parcels. The rest of the things you can do for the adventures is I can read it from the reference manual, which again, if you click the plus, you can step through and you've got something that's maybe a little bit easier to read. It's got the some framing around some of the text areas to make it a little bit easier whenever there's a table. You've got the embedded images, links to items. You've got links to the maps directly embedded there. And then you can still pop out just that map and then share it with people. So if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. There's a lot of stuff to test, but we've expanded our link checking so that it should do a better job of automatically locating any broken links or anything. It should be pretty thoroughly tested as far as functionally. And then if you just have anything that you want us to change cosmetically, just let us know. We'll be happy to make that change prior to release. Thanks a lot. Have a great day.